Hi everyone, I'm back again with another space journal. This one I wanted to do more of like a little retro take on it. And so I've created this one. This is a hardcover. It's made with the hardwood. It's 7.5 by 5.5. And yeah, I really wanted to give it a little retro twist on it. So I've done this little detailing over top of this fabric, and I've had a few people ask me how I do that. And I literally just, I section off where I want to paint, and that's all I do. I've had a lot of questions about how I do that. Can I do a tutorial? But that's really all I do. And you just use the painter's tape and then paint your detail. I've painted over it a couple of times just to get it so it's nice and it's nice and smooth and covers up the fabric underneath. So I've done that with the corners here. I've done it on the back. Just a kind of like textbook feel to it. It has a rounded spine, curved spine, and it's done with the hollow back binding. So it's got the hidden signatures there. So I got 7 signatures. And I've added these cute little beads here that represent sort of the planets. This one's like the moon here, and then different colored beads for the planet. And then this super cool little astronaut dude here. He's really cool. I love it. It's very really nice quality charm. I love him. Yeah, he's got little jewels in there to represent the blue and the red there. So yeah. So this, like, I don't know if I mentioned, it is 7.5 by 5.5. And the end papers I created myself. This is using watercolor paper and my ink. And it does have a bit of a shimmer to it. I didn't put any pockets over it. I figure I didn't want to cover it up, but anybody that is interested in the journal can obviously do that. So anyway, I've added some vintage papers in here, and I've used a scrapbook pad by, I think it's Reminisce maybe. It has a realistic, like there's earth, and I folded it because it was a round scrapbook paper. So I've added like different ephemera bits that represent space and astronauts and the moon. These are all vintage book pieces to use in the journal. And then the moon. So yeah, I love that scrapbook paper. It was really cool. And then I've used my ink stain papers that I've created, and then I've done some grid, because grid does always kind of scream retro to me. And then I've done some stamping. I have a ton of space themed stamps, and this one says Stephen Hawking, and then this I See Earth. And then these are all like vintage pieces from old books. A little bit of line paper. Some more ink staining there. So most of this ephemera is all from old books, and it's all removable, and you can do with it. Put it where you like. So there's some more pages. And this is some more of the stamps that I have. This one says Drifting in the Universe. And this is a digital image. There's one of my favorite ink staining there. So this one here, I just created this one says Space. It's got some little ephemera bits in it. And there's some more. These are from old books from the 70s, I believe. Could be even older than that. I have so many space books and astronomy and that, so they've just kind of all come together. There's the other side of that scrapbook paper. So here's a digital image. I've just created this into a envelope that you can put things in, and that's the other side of the vintage ledger. And here's some more stamping. This is a message from the galaxy, and more little pieces on the moon and space there you can use for collaging. And just this is a newer ledger. I've done some more stamping here. Another pocket with, this is, can't remember, My Mind's Eye maybe paper. Some more vintage pieces from books. And I've used some of them as pages. There's another one from an astronomy book that I had. And then here's a little ticket I made. Round trip to the moon. And I've used my stamps. Love that. There's another stamped image there. And here's another envelope. This one's digital images of stars here, and then this is a vintage piece cut from a magazine, really old. This one, I think it's from the 50s or 60s. There's some more pieces, and these were like little ephemera bits that I got in a pack. These are not old. These ones are just some little tickets that I had in an ephemera. And here I just made some tags from some of the leftover scraps that I had, and these are stickers, vellum stickers. There's another stamped image, another little tag. So there's space to make your own and lots of little goodies to use. Little pieces of book page. Love that moon. There's another one of my stamps. So there's lots of writing space. With it being the hollow back binding, the hidden binding, however you want to call it, it does lay nice and flat for writing. I love how this colors, I tried to pick up different colors than the stained pages to go along with the these old retro books I had. This one here you can flip out, you could make it a pocket. There's another altered flashcards I got, a pack of these. They're from the Dollar Tree, I believe. And then I've just added some of these little ephemera pieces. I love how this one turned out. This one I added a bit of coffee staining to it, so it does have like a background of vintagey beige to it with the blues and turquoises and stuff like that. Some more papers. There's some more book pages, another flashcard, and then some more pieces that I've used up my scraps. This one has lots of like shiny glitter to it. Here's a pocket I made. This is some of the NASA photos from space. The archives of, it's like a collection of postcards. I've mentioned it in a few of my other videos. And then there's another little sticker there, and I've done some stamping. Here I just made, this one is, it's just a little star brad there, and I've added this little passenger seat ticket to Mars, and then I've just done some sewing. Done some sewing around some of the pockets and that. It's very limited. There's no fabric in it or anything in this book, just to keep it minimal. And here's another book page, star, the nightly sky, and then more vintage pieces on stars and star clusters. I believe this was an image from Digital Collage Club, maybe? No, Digital Curio, sorry. And then here's another one of those postcards. This one is Venus. This is a digital image of one of my stained papers. And I just made it into an envelope. And added, can just be removed and put wherever you like. And then there's more vintage ledger. More night sky paper. This one here is really nice. These pages are 32 pounds, so they're really smooth. They're not like the crinkly type stained paper, so it's really nice to write on. More grid, and then here's a little astronaut guy. Old book page. This one is Andromeda Galaxy. So them being actual postcards, you could use them to send out, or you can just use them as journal cards. Another one of my stamps. I have a really cool collection of space stamps. I was happy to get them out and start using them. Another flashcard that I altered. And there's another tag that I've sewn, and I've just added another star brad there. And a flight number, kind of cool little fun pieces to write on and add dates and stuff. Here's one of the transparent file folders that I get from the Dollar Tree, and I've cut them. This one here is just a pocket, and you can put whatever you like in there. And here's the other side, and I've just used some vintage book page, just collage that over this piece scrapbook paper and did a little sewing. Yeah, this one, oh, this one has lots of shimmer. Another little stamp of mine. And in the back, I've done some stamping and then added, this is the clouds and sunlight over the Indian Ocean. So lots of nice photography on those postcards. So to this journal as a free gift also, I am adding this commemorative Apollo 11. It was 50 years back in 2019. I bought a few of these as gifts, and I do have an extra one. And this commemorates the work between the US and Canada, because the landing gear for Apollo 11 was actually made here in Canada. So it talks about that on here. So this was a collecting sort of stamp collection here of, I don't know what you call it. It's a sort of a keepsake booklet of stamps. Anyway, I was going to send this with this journal. So anyway, that's my share for today. And this is listed in my shop. And if you're interested, the link is below. And I will be back with more planets very soon. And I do have some more fabric journals coming as well. All right, guys, take care for now.